the reading for Pisces for these coming weeks. So let's have a look at this wonderful reading for you, Pisces, because honestly, I have some shivering state when I am thinking about you. There is something what you really have to know about like those revelations, and there is something really shocking coming your way, but we want to go through that in a beautiful way. That's why I am here to provide you that guidance. I will be doing the reading for your career, for your relationship area, and I will also finish the reading with that guidance from the universe as a general theme so that you would pass through this period correctly. So let's get started. My name is Yulia. I've been in tarot world for 10 plus years, and I'm providing that guidance, that clarity, connectedness to your intuition so that you would truly thrive and not just be a victim of all these cycles in here, right? So let's get started. If you love my channel, subscribe to it. I go live literally every day in here. I'm here for you. You can type also comments here, and in the end of the reading, I can provide you a free reading session, not in the beginning or in the middle, in the end of it. So please stay tuned. Let's get started. So what's in store for you, dear Pisces, for this coming period, specifically the next week, so that you would actually kind of like really see how to go beyond that shocking wave. There will be that interesting wave for you. Oh, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Okay. The Fool. Interesting. That's quite interesting. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Justice. Okay. Knight of Wands. Oh, there will be lots and lots of things happening which will kind of like really, you will start feeling on some level triggered here and there through this period in your career specifically. And that triggering is actually something what you will be able to overcome, but it clearly shows me that your attention might be split. So you really want to be aware about the methods how you can overcome this, because those triggers, you just don't want them to happen into you. You want to develop that level of patience through this period, because only this will help you to kind of like sit still, and no matter what triggers you around, you walk through it correctly and developing that sense of openness within you. Do you see this beautiful card? And it's kind of like, hey, I am open for everything new to come into my life, but at the same time, I am not rushing into it. I am sitting still. I am developing in my own pace. Very important. No matter what or who tells you to rush during this period, you just want to say no to them. Don't really say yes to all these rush. That's not the timing for that, because I tell you, I had literally shivers when I just like in my skin when I was thinking about you, Pisces, and I just was feeling that's not the time to rush things. Okay, please pay attention to that. Be aware of this, and again, step into that sense of patient observation before you actually go into any kind of endeavor. Please have this in mind, because only in this case you can take the situation into your hands. Just sitting still before moving forward. The world will not disrupt. Nothing will crumble if you just sit still and have this attitude, okay? So sometimes it's better not to do something, but just sit still, and then actually the world will happen to be okay. You know how many many times here I was trying to rush things like before, and then it's just like, do you recall it as well? You rush too much, but then it's just breaking. There might be periods though when you have to rush. That's not a period for you, okay? So please have this in mind and stay in that sense of observation, open observation. Hey, like I would better first look at the situation before I start acting on it. Sometimes, like during these periods, someone may try to actually justify things for you. Hey, it is just for you, justifying for you, so that you would rush into something. You see how these two cards are kind of like appearing in your reading? No, no, no. You want just to observe first. You want to look at the situation first, and better like withdraw yourself from acting into that and just stand still during this coming week, please. I really ask you about that, because guess what? If you just rush into it, look what will happen. It's just the cards are really showing you that. And it's, you see, like there will be lots and lots of fire. Like the fire may go out of the control. So, you know, when the fire is coming out of control, that anxiety may step into place. You may stop seeing situation correctly. And this Nine of Wands is a very highly energy charged card. So you just want to have these in mind when you go through this period, dear Pisces. It's very important, because this energy charge, it may bring you to that situation when you may go into that paralysis state within you and do some mistakes, whatever. You don't want to go there. So please have these in mind. So there must be that continuous, as I mentioned to you, openness and observation to the situation around you. Hello guys, so if you have any questions, by the way, type them here. In the end of this reading, after I finish, I will be able to give you a free reading if you are up to it, by the way. Now, there must be the reminder for you during this period that everything is okay. And this is actually the thing. This is the Ace of Cups. And it's just like, hey, just observe your heart center during this period. Just really walk through this period in that way. Hey, I am patient and kind to myself, right? And I continuously, remind myself that everything will end up being well. Okay, so just please have this card. You actually can take the card from your deck, whichever the deck you are using, and just look at the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is actually a very powerful card to remind us about, like, my cup overflows. This is a powerful phrase from the Bible, in fact. My cup overflows. And Ace of Cups literally shows us that in a symbolic way, that no matter what happens around you during this period in your career, you will be supported. You will find the solutions. You will see situation properly. And if you have that attitude, you will become much more resourceful through this period. If you are much more resourceful, you stand a bit more properly on the ground, even if there are shocking waves around and people kind of like want to split you into multiple directions, kind of like, hey, with their demands at your work, you will be fine, because you will become creative in that situation. And reminder is, hey, I will find the solution. So have this in mind for this period, dear Pisces. All right, so that's the reading for you. And I would love to ask the Oracle deck, just like took an interesting Oracle deck. I feel like really drawn to it already. And it's very related to career as well. So what would be that theme for your period specifically in the coming week? So again, you want to observe and make kind of like pictures of the reality. You see, photographer, it's not that you are a photographer, you are picturing this reality. You are not really acting. You are not really acting. Jen, I can do the reading for you in the end of this session. So if you stay with me live, you will still be here. I will do it. I just received multiple feedbacks that when I do readings in the beginning or in the middle, it's just disturbing for other people. So if you stay live with me up to the end here, I will do the reading for you for sure. So yeah. All right. So you are picturing that reality during this period. All right. So you are not really really kind of like acting during this period. You are not rushing into anything, because again, as a reminder, if you keep rushing, you will charge the situation. You see how we have these two cards, they appeared in conjunction together, right? So it will get into the place actually if you start rushing and not picturing, right? So it's a very deep contemplation period for you Pisces. So just know about that. This coming week is about that. So I would say stand away from absolutely everything what kind of like tries to pull you into certain action steps. Just devote yourself into deep contemplation. Even if it has that kind of justice in it, they justify a lot of things for you logically. Hey, but you have to. It's actually very logical. Not for this period. All right. So that's the reading for your career, dear Pisces, for this period. Let's have a look for your relationships. Okay, because I know one thing, when we have a reading for the career, it's strongly related to your relationships. The themes are pretty much the same, so probably there might be those turbulences and shocking waves happening as well for you during this coming week as well in your relationships area. So how can you overcome it, and how can you actually make the best out of this week for you, and what you need to expect, and how can you protect yourself? Let's have a look at it. Oh, Queen of Cups. So I can see already clearly this interesting reminder. Do you remember what I mentioned to you? Do not step into anything in your career. Do not step in, now in your work career reading, right? Just a few minutes ago, we came to conclusion. You don't want to rush into anything. You see how she sits still? Is she rushing anywhere? No, meaning that you just want to become that photographer of your reality, photographer, observer of your reality. She's sitting still, right? And she's really taking care about herself through this period. Very important. Hi, Kevin. How are you doing? So let's have a look at other cards in here. Page of Wands. Yeah, so it's again the reminder, watch your energy, watch how you feel through this period. Do not step into any kind of gossips around you, any kind of, you know, when people want to trigger you, they will want to trigger you through this period. You want to stand still. Just be like that Queen of Cups. You see, there is so much happening around her. I want you to see this. She's in the middle of that. You see what's happening. There are so many circles, but she's in the eye of the tornado, in fact, of this watery tornado. She's in the middle of it. Do you see how she's sitting still? Do you remember Jesus? He was walking in Galilee Sea, and the sea was just rushing. He was walking peacefully. And that's how you want to walk, exactly, becoming that Galileo Sea in the middle of all these rushes. So the week will be that way, but you want to be that peaceful. Again, do not step into any conversations, any gossips, anything during this period, when you will feel it. People will trigger you through this period a lot. There is a charge for that, I tell you, but you really want to kind of like reunite with the identity of this Queen of Cups. That will actually help you to pass through this period in a wonderful way, okay? And guess what? We have here Four of Swords. It's actually this whole message. Chill out through this period, please. When we chill out, we don't step into any kind of, you know, like negotiations, any kind of endeavors, any kind of agreements. We just chill out. We just rest through this period. That's the whole idea. So please devote this whole week for that. I really urge you to do that, because by becoming that way, you really develop in yourself that attitude of photographer. Photographer meaning I picture my reality. I don't really interact at this period too much with this reality. I observe it. And guess what? This period will prepare you slowly but steadily to something new to come in the next week after that. So just have this in mind, okay? So that chill out state will help you to pass through the period correctly. Okay, by the way, guys, if you love what I'm reading here, I'm going live every day, so subscribe to my channel, because otherwise you may miss those readings. I'm going sometimes at 12 p.m., sometimes at 7, 8 p.m. So if you want to really be on time here, just really subscribe to it, just because I can help you out on the spot in case of any questions, and do provide the reading in the end of every session. That's why I'm here for. Okay. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. You will have a new offering actually during this period. And that offering, I'm just wondering whom it will come from this period. It's very weird, honestly. I do not trust that offering, that you need to step into that, because again, we have it in conjunction with chill out. So that offering may be a very misleading. You don't want to take action into it. It may be like, hey, I want to take it. It's so, I just feel it. I cannot explain. I just feel that it will be so seductive, but you don't want to step into that offer. Okay, so before, just again, be that photographer, observe. So step away before taking that offer, because that offer, no matter who is it coming from, it may be just that deceitful offer. Okay, so please have this in mind, because otherwise what might happen, you will have to deal with consequences of that offer, right? So if we step into something and we might become being manipulated by those who created that offer for you. So please have this in mind for this week. Yes, so it's very, very clear for me. You want just to relax and enjoy. Do not step into any offering. Just devote yourself to your inner sense of joy within. It's not the time to take any offer during this period, whoever it is coming from whomever and from wherever. You know, just put it on the side. You do not need to react on it immediately. Just write it down. It's still okay. Especially if someone will start rushing you into that offer, that's the bad sign. Okay, so have that fair judgment during this period. That's what will help you. Okay, so very, very important to have this in mind, because this is the offer which seems like you want to step away from. Okay, you want to step away from it. You will see it. You will see it in the coming week. It will show up. Okay, and just know that the new offers will come. Do you see? It's not only one offer which will be there, but many are planted around for you. So you actually will start seeing them afterwards. So if someone during this period rushes you into something, just know that's exactly that offer. You want to step away from it immediately. You know, sometimes good offers are coming into our life, but sometimes these types of offers are coming, and that's exactly your case here, Pisces, when you need to watch around and really like fly away from it like this butterfly, because you see with fair judgment. Very, very important to have this in mind. Now, which kind of opportunities this period brings to you from healing perspective? Because every time when I'm doing relationship reading, and especially when these shocking waves are coming, and this is the wave of manipulative offer coming your way, right? So what will be you able to heal through this coming week actually for yourself? So let's see. Oh, face painful experiences and hell. Face painful experiences and hell. Wonderful. So you see, interesting enough, this unavailable heart to this offer. Again, you are unavailable to this offer coming your way, and you want to really face, observe, and heal yourself. Okay? Because many times it seems like you were reacting to many offers around, trying to make things happen. And there is lots of energy around you, like creation energy. You want to create something. I feel you are deeply involved into something, Pisces. So right now, and you don't want to take this in the coming week. It's something what I want you to become really aware and slightly unavailable for this period. Just write it down and remember there will be other offers coming your way. And especially, again, if someone is rushing you there, that's the first sign you don't want to be rushed in that period. Okay, and that's an amazing healing opportunity for you to establish that unavailability to deceitful offers and establish that discernment within this period. Discernment, it's actually strongly related to that higher perspective seeing. When you discern things, you see much more clearly. And this is the card of actually clear seeing. It's, in other words, the card of enlightenment as well. So just know about that. And I want you to pay attention to these card specifically, because it just shows how this whole period, dear Pisces, is providing you possibilities to develop that discernment within you, which offers to take and which not to take, because this period will provide you that healing opportunity to identify the offer which you don't want to take. I would love to understand from which person it will come. Who will be that person? Let's identify who will be that person. Just who will provide you that offer, because offers are coming from different people, and I want you just to be a bit more clear, because that offer, it might be, again, very, very seductive, but at the same time, as I mentioned to you, you don't want to like immediately step into it. I want to just you to sit still when you look at it. Who will be that person who will provide you that offer? Oh, he's a true manipulator. Look at this. It's crazy. He's a hunter, okay? A hunter who wants to manipulate your desires and fears, and it's not just something to judge. You see his looks, he's a hunter truly. So it's not something to judge, it's just to be aware of that some hunter will step in your reality and he would want to propose you that offer, and you just want to step away from that. It's interesting how I see these two cards. So just step away, see, and as I mentioned, make that photography of that reality. Very important. And I would love also to understand which are the qualities that person has, because having that understanding that it's a hunter, I get it, it's a hunter, but maybe we can get slightly more specifics about that person, which kind of like related to his career. What is that person? Oh, look at this. Do you see? So something, just there might be something in that direction. So it's the astrologer, anything around that thing. So please have this in mind. So meaning that I feel very strongly, you might hear certain things when they say to you, it is only that way. There are certain astrologers here. They say it is only that way. Do you know that your future is not 100% predefined? Very important to see it that way, okay? you always have the possibility of choice here. And that's exactly what I was talking today about the Wheel of Fortune in one of my previous readings in the Tarot Card Meanings playlist I have here. You can subscribe to my channel. I have a specifically powerful reading for Wheel of Fortune. And here we can see how we can step beyond all the predictions. So just watch that video. I just did it today. And there are codes there, the deep esoteric codes in this card. And it just helps us to really start living life based on our terms, beyond all the astrological predictions. Because guess what? If we are meeting sometimes the astrologers here who just say, no, it's only that way, what's happening is, and I've been in that trap actually before. I was working with the astrologers before, and I wanted to know also my future, kind of like I was in that trap before, until I realized that, it's all about that guidance. There are different astrologers here. I don't say everyone is that way. I'm just saying that you really need to listen and discern, because if you hear someone is saying, no, it will be only that way, that's what's happening. That deceitful direction might happen because you always have the possibility of choice. It's never 100% predefined for you. You only step into that realm of small circle if you are believing into that. It's good to have some guidance. Yes, this may happen, but when someone insists its only thing will happen, and there are certain beings that way, in that realm, you want to step away from them. So please have this in mind. It's just for the best benevolence. It's just developing that sense of discernment. Always know that no matter whoever here from the astrologers will tell you, no, this is only that way, you want to just like picture it. Okay, I have that guidance, but you know what? I will actually observe first, sit still and do nothing before I move into anything. And I even will discern what you say. Okay, so you always want to have that level of discernment. Very, very important. I never actually take 100% when someone is so-called predicting me here anything. Why? Because I manifested my life beyond all the predictions, and that's exactly what I explained in my video. The previous one, I just did the live today about the Wheel of Fortune, how there are hidden laws of manifestation when you go beyond the laws of cause and effect, beyond the laws of that celestial bodies movement, and when you start really doing things on your own terms, and beyond that human design, which is here kind of like pre-designed for you. You can go beyond that if you know how. All the codes are in this card. So if you are intrigued, just go to that video. It's really amazing what you can do if you start developing that thing within you. So in the Bible, for example, it was clearly depicted that you can live righteously, and you go beyond all the cause and effect cycle. You go beyond all the astrological bodies movements, right? And I just want you to show this in this reading. Use any kind of predictions as guidance for you, but never just 100% look at it, because you are always the creator of your life. And I want you to have this in mind, please. Otherwise, all your willpower is taken away from you. Okay? All right, so I already talked to you about that person who will create you that deceitful offer, meaning that deceitful illusory perspective. So please be aware. You will hear that perspective in the coming week. Now, we are stepping into understanding of what can you heal through this period, because this coming week, as I mentioned to you, is quite challenging. You see, like there is the possibilities of certain people like coming to your way, saying to you what to do. You just want to, on some level, use that period to develop that clarity and discernment. And I'm asking the deck, how can you heal yourself through this period? King of Cups. Interesting. By the way, if you love my readings, subscribe to the channel. I'm doing these lives every day. Also, if you have any questions, you can type them here. And in the end of the reading, for those of you who are willing and stay live here, I may do the free reading as well as an offering. So just have this in mind. You need just to claim it in this case here and stay live up to the end. Okay, Two of Swords. Wonderful. Hello, chest. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. It could be nice to see where are you guys from. I love also asking where are you all from, just to see how we all connected in different parts of the world. Two of Wands. Wonderful card. And the World. What an amazing reading, right? So, and I want to use another deck here as well. Oh, that's interesting. Gosh. So this is the period. Whenever I see those things, you know, you have tremendous healing possibilities for you, Pisces, for this coming week. Just be aware of it. Be aware of it. You remember how I pulled that card, the Judgment, for you? It's just tremendous healing period for you. I have a dear friend of mine who is Pisces. I just need to tell him about that. He's a very gentle soul, and just to beware him about what might be coming. So the way out, how can you heal yourself, is to truly stay into that observation. You stay in the observatory space. You see, like, you always go into that space. Hey, I am not really interacting with the world through this period, okay? So you, at this period, please hold yourself into that beautiful, nurturing environment with yourself. I would say that's what's coming. You see, like, you are in this beautiful, soft, warm cocoon with yourself. How is she in here? When everything is in your safe environment, you know, there is no real interaction with the outside environment. That's what I see in here. So you want just to stay there. Again, do not allow anything to penetrate through that circle, because that's a deep healing period for you, Pisces. Be aware of it, okay? Be aware of it. And when you are doing that, like, you shut down from that world, healing yourself, you have that attitude of patiently weaving your reality, exactly like the spider. You see, like this Eight of Pentacles card, it's just reminding you, you will be rewarded for that patience within you, not interacting with the world that much at this period, but stand away from everything and be into that cocoon. Do you remember this card in the previous reading, the Three of Wands? You will be like in that state of this cocoon, beautiful Pisces. So when we are in that state of the cocoon, it's strongly supported by this. That is the cocoon, right? Whenever we are going into that healing space, we provide that space for ourselves, and we never allow anyone to step into that space. It's our space, it's our self-nurturing period. In fact, I'm actually very excited for you. I love those periods, you know, those healing periods, because this is the period which is preparing usually ours for something more to come into our lives. You could have noticed that you are doing a lot, and you are very involved into like that creation right now, Pisces. That's the energy which I was feeling around you. And that actually may bring you to the burnout. Now is the period to like use that coming week to really go into that inner cocoon. The world will not crumble. Just provide that self-love through this period for yourself. Remember that. Very important, because that's the period to have that inner patience for you, kindness to yourself, and understand that you are here. You are going to this chrysalis period with yourself, like that transformative healing period with yourself. That's why we have this card, so that more will start happening afterwards when you really will experience true transformation. So yeah, and remember, do not really take advice from anyone who says to you that this will be only that way. Yeah, so I just want to remind you that. And we have here Moon in Libra. Moon in Libra as a reading for you. This is the card for that, actually. This is our beautiful goddess. It's who we are in our body when we really balance and we go to that balancing healing mode. We actually start balancing the body. We heal the body, right? We go inside to heal. We go inside to heal. That's why these Two of Swords, it's actually representing Moon and Libra. Our body has that moony nature. Every woman here on the planet knows about that. So it's just a strong reminder for you beautiful souls to actually stay in that Libra mode. Libra mode means that you actually go inside, healing yourself. Even if you are deeply involved in all your projects, that's not the period for you to interact with the world too much. You can say, no, Yulia, I'm actually building something, and I feel that energy in you, that you are into that energy of creation at this moment. That's the period when you have to slightly slow down, actually. It will help you to get that further transformation further on. Understand it. Trust the divine plan for you. So today I was exactly working out this card, the Wheel of Fortune. You know, it was the previous previous reading which I was doing. It's in Tarot Card Meanings playlist. I don't think if I put it there, maybe yes, maybe no, but you can see that previous video in my lives. So I've just done it today, and guess what? We actually heal ourselves through trusting the divine plan. We start manifesting things beyond all the astrological so-called exact predictions, and that will be like, you need to, if you see the prediction, that's what I beware you, Pisces. If you see the prediction in the coming week from some astrologer who tells you, no, it will be that way, stay away from that person, okay? Nothing in this universe is 100% concrete. You still have your willpower center, at minimum for 20% to change your reality. And the code of that is hidden in the Wheel of Fortune. Otherwise, you know, it would be a dull reality, right? So we have that willpower in us. We are creators of our universe. We have that possibility to change the course, how it might be wired. So I just urge many of you to go to that video where I discuss the laws of manifestation beyond the astrological predictions here, right? When you really can start living on your own terms. That's a powerful thing, just to have this in mind. That's a good thing to have the guidance, directions based on your zodiac, but at the same time, I'm a strong advocate here to really start weaving your reality in your own direction, because that's what I managed to do. I didn't have in my design actually anything what could bring me to the state where I am today. And my conditions where I was born, they didn't even predict anything where I am today. So I didn't have access to any kind of even imaginary state of where I am today. I was born in a very abusive family. Today I built the very happy family with my husband, and we are living more than 10 plus years together. And I was born in a very poor family in Siberia. Today I'm living in Canada. I've been traveling for 10 plus years, and I've built 2 successful businesses. And also today I am in that state where I can share it all with everyone who is willing to get that understanding and that clarity. So all this stuff here, And every time when we have that light worker come in our space, and there is the reason why you're here listening to this, it just gives us hope and gives us living representation that things are possible. You become that positive change in life. You become like that Parvati. Parvati is a transformed Kali. You know, there is a goddess Kali in Indian traditions. And once she's transformed in this beautiful Parvati. She is the goddess of mountains. She's the goddess actually of all the abundance flow. And another representation of her is actually Lakshmi. So Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance. Two stories, so you can just learn about it in internet. And if you want to become that Parvati, that positive change for the world, really change the world for the better place in here, and transform all your Kali. And Kali, it's all about, you know, just that anxiety and anger when we deal with the world. It can be transformed into that beautiful abundant state of Parvati. Okay, and what I see for you, Pisces, is that you go to that state of that transformation and the pathway for you to become that observer, photographer. You start photographing this life through this period. It will definitely prepare you for the interesting new period to come into your life. And that will be the really powerful new possibility to help other people in this direction and release them from their addictions. Because, you know, you come into the state of service. You start seeing those kind of like addictions from other people. You know, when I started seeing things, I had already that right to help people around me. That's what allowed me to really build a successful business. That business is not the regular so-called business. It's that soul-aligned thing. It's my nest. It's my nurturing space. So you go into that nurturing space, you take responsibility for your people, you give them what they truly need to grow beyond the limitations of this matrix and this world, to release them from all the confusions of this guy. Okay, and the confusions, they are fiery, so you help them release it. And that's the one of the foundations, by the way, of building a successful business here, of becoming really tremendously powerful woman who spreads her voice here. You nurture people who come into your space. You really deliver value. You really take people into your space like seeds and you help them grow. That's the foundation of something beautiful, good, and truthful. That's what I'm standing for. That's why I'm here, coming and showing my face right now to you in my time. You know, so it's very, very important to have this perspective. Now, this possibility to become a powerful leader actually is stepping your way, Pisces. That's what I feel. And you need to relax. We have that card again showing you need to relax and release any kind of attachment to all the results which you are after. You know, I released that attachment to results, and I'm only focusing on value and nurturing of people who come to my space. That's all what I'm focusing on. And guess what? Results follow naturally. So for you, it's the same recipe for this period. Just relax, chill out. That relaxing and chilling out through this coming week for you, dear Pisces, will prepare you the space to see much more about you. I feel like it's more a preparatory phase because you will be going through lots of healing through this coming week. And it's a preparatory space for you to establish that powerful ownership over your heart. If the heart was broken too many times into pieces, preventing you to move into that powerful voice speaking to this world, you can actually heal yourself and provide that powerful foundation to become like this King of Cups. You know, in Japan, they have a beautiful craft when they value much more broken vases. They break the vase or some object, and they value less the unbroken vase than the broken one. because they recollect the broken vase and they just put the vase together, all these pieces. It's much more valuable. So it's not like, you need to understand one thing from that. And this week will provide you the possibilities to become like that valuable vase, right? Valuable vase with your heart. You are not really defined by your failures. You are defined by how you heal, how you are stepping into that healing of your heart. Just please have this in mind. That's the main message from the universe for you, beautiful Pisces. Now, I also want to give you another message here from another deck, and I love this deck because it's a very loving deck. It's always providing wonderful messages. So what will be that finishing message for you? Oh, do you see? Isn't it amazing? I am blessed. So I want you to have this in mind for this period, beautiful Pisces. Please have it. It will be guiding you through this coming week. Okay, so I want to see if there are any questions in here. Jen, are you still here? If you are here, please type me. Yes. So if you are not here, then I will be waiting for you for the next already video. And as I mentioned, for those of you who want free reading, you want to be live during this period, because many requested from me free readings. I can provide to you only if you are live. Okay, wishing you a beautiful coming day, blessed day. Remember to repeat these to yourself. If you loved my reading, subscribe to my channel. I am here already every day, coming, serving you. I can answer all your questions here. Also, I can give you a gift of a free reading in the end of each session. That's totally for you as a free offering. Thank you so much, and wishing you a blissful day.